that everyone is transphobic. Okay? Everyone's starting point, unfortunately, is transphobic because Western society is transphobic. That's just the unfortunate reality. Okay? But you have to do introspection instead of being a fucking dumbass, monkey-brained idiot who seeks confirmation bias from sources that tell you you actually should feel angry about trans people existing. You actually should feel like trans people are fucking weird. Instead of doing that, you should perhaps try to understand why you feel that way and how much harm they're supposedly causing in every capacity when they're just trying to live just like you and I are trying to exist in society. They just want to fucking eat hot chip, okay? Wear programmer socks, be bisexual, pansexual, whatever. Play Hearts of Iron, become coders, and lie. That's it. That's what trans people ultimately want to do. They just want to, do what you want to do without the constant fucking scrutiny of people, bullying them and acting like their existence is something that is a matter of debate. Okay. We're going to do a little bit more of the trans athlete thing. We already covered it hella hard.
University of Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas taking first place in the NCAA 500-yard freestyle. She is the first transgender athlete to be crowned. And
the reason why I'm covering it again is because I want the editors to cut this part into the beginning of it as an introduction, because I did talk about the subject. I did talk about this subject extensively this morning, and I just want to make sure that there's a little bit more coverage on the news media side.
NCAA champion, but not without controversy, because critics say she has an unfair physical advantage over the other swimmers and should not have been allowed to compete. Now, second place went to University of Virginia swimmer Emma Wyant, who won a silver medal in last year's Tokyo Olympics. She's getting an outpouring of support on social media, with some calling her the true winner. And we saw, Lauren, at that medal ceremony, the crowd was virtually silent when Lia Thomas was announced the winner, the first place winner, and yet they went crazy cheering for the second place
because
winner.
Lia Thomas went through puberty, right? As a boy, she has bigger lungs, bigger arms, bigger hands, and now she's competing against women who don't have that physically. So they viewed the second place winner, Emma Wyant.
It's so wild that so much of this also is just misogyny on steroids. Ironically, it's just men are better, men are superior, men have stronger features. Men are just stronger in general. If you're assigned male at birth, you're just a winner, baby. And if you're assigned female at birth, you're just a fucking loser. Okay, you're just gonna lose. You're destined to lose against men. Straight up, always. They're making such a big deal about the sanctity of sports. While a week ago there was no chance they could have named a single female swimmer. Hey, you know that's my fucking line. Okay. So I want to talk about Emma Wyant a little bit. We already covered why this is so stupid. All jokes and hyperbole aside, isn't there some truth or physiological difference between men and women? Yes. And I have already talked about this extensively, like I said. All the runner-ups, with the exception of they had to go back all the way down to the 17th place person to find someone who spoke out against her winning. But all the runner-ups actually are in support of her and think she's fucking dope. There were people booing in the crowd when she won. When asked, Thomas was proclaimed the winner on the podium after she gave an interview to ESPN following her victory. She said, "I try to ignore it as much as I can," Thomas said. "I try to focus on my swimming, what I need to do to get ready for my races, and I just try to block out everything else." Similar hostility did not appear to have been shown from other competitors when immediately in the aftermath of the race, both second place Emma Wyant, who won silver in the 400-meter individual medley at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, and third place Erica Sullivan, a silver medalist, shook hands with Thomas in the water. While standing on the podium, all the competitors in the 500-yard freestyle race applauded Thomas when she was announced the winner, except fifth-placed Evie Pfeiffer, who appeared to not clap, according to a video from the arena. They're desperately hunting for any sort of, anyone that they can grab onto to be like, oh my God. I ask people who are mad about this what the names of the 5 next runner-ups are, and of course they don't know, so I tell them to shut the fuck up. That's the HasanAbi tactic, baby. But I'm just letting you know, they will, if more people start using that line, conservatives are so transphobic, they will learn the names. I just want you to be, like, right now, that line is hot, okay? It's hot as fuck. When I dropped that on Christian Walker, he got clapped up, okay? That was the hottest album of the summer. Like, I hate debate lording, but that was a debate lord moment. That was an epic takedown, whatever. Okay? When I asked Christian Walker, I was like, because he brought up, like, a trans athlete winning. And I was like, who's the second place athlete in that race that the trans woman defeated? And he was like, I was like, runner-up. Who's the runner-up? Who's the one who actually won in your eyes? And he had no answer for it because, you know, because he doesn't care and he doesn't know. Of course, they will literally fucking learn it. Like, they will. They're so horny to be transphobic that they will literally learn it. I'm hearing a weird whining from your mic. Oh, it's just your mom in the background who's still coming after what I did to her last night. Like, literally. So sorry about that. The noise gate is still picking it up, I guess. Done a delayed come sequence. It's okay, bro. Don't worry. You're grounded, by the way. I'm your stepfather now. Cares about transgender topics. Why the fuck would he know the name of the swimmers? If you care about the integrity of the sport, then you should, at the very least, do your due diligence and act like you care about the people who this trophy was righteously or irredeemably stolen from. Come on. Come on. It's easy shit. Anyway, elsewhere, Getty Photo shows Wayne Sullivan in 4th place finisher posing away from Thomas. It's bullshit. It's not unclear. Thank you, Newsweek, for your bullshit propaganda. They literally just took a photo together because they were on the Olympics team together. Following a race, a number of right-wing figures and groups dismissed it. Angela Morbitato. I'm one of these 3 people, I think 2 of them literally wrote pro-trans articles in the past, talking about how transphobia is a significantly larger threat to the sport than trans people competing with them. So it's wild, absolutely fucking wild that people are not, who gives a shit if the runner-up is, oh, really? It's a physical advantage? Oh, that's cool. So you're saying you don't care about the integrity of the sport enough to at least learn about who was, like, robbed. This is such a crime against humanity. Knowing the runner-up has nothing to do with the integrity, to be fair. No, dude, it's a fucking dunk because it demonstrates that you don't care about the integrity of the sport or care about it at all. You literally just care about a trans person competing. That's why I'm saying you don't care. No one cares. You only care because a trans person is competing. That's it. And to the people who, I guess I have to repeat it once again, to the people who say terrible take, you just don't know. You don't fucking know. And don't try to make a comparison to, like, Russian bombings because one is impossible to fucking learn the names of, whereas the other is, like, directly on screen and you still don't know. It's athletes. Anyway. But it doesn't matter. It's not just sports specific. It's not anything. Like, that's just to prove that you just genuinely, legitimately don't care. But beyond that, it also doesn't matter. There are plenty of biological advantages, natural advantages, okay? And even hormone-induced advantages that certain people have. And as long as they're cis, or as long as they are, subscribing to whatever the Western normative standards are, you don't know about it or you don't care about it. You only care about it. You only care about it when it's a trans person. You don't care about Michael Phelps's biological advantage. You don't care about the biological advantage of, or you don't care about the other material advantages that many fucking people who don't have to, who can train and go through the proper scouting routes and get, like, a significant upper hand in being able to train and become like incredible athletes. You don't care about that diversity of background. You don't care about the things that athletes are able to put in their bodies, food, which is drastically important. You can stunt your development that way, versus like someone in the Western world has like way more advantages. Stop throwing up fucking question marks. It's literally true. It's true. The only difference is you think trans people are unnatural. It's just true. You just don't think you don't think it's natural. You think it's weird. And that's why you say, you know, trans women aren't women, and that you think it's weird and you think it's unnatural, and you think that that's the reason why they shouldn't be able to compete. The things you're mentioning are way different. Lamau, you're actually brain dead. No, it's not. It's not way different. If you cared about that, then you would fucking lose your shit about Messi, one of the world's like greatest celebrated athletes, who also underwent hormone therapy at an early age to fight back against his genetic disability. You don't. And also, for every one time like a trans athlete fucking wins a competition, they get absolutely fucking cumstered regularly, and you don't hear about that ever because that doesn't correspond to your narrative. It only corresponds to your narrative when it's a trans person winning, and then you say, oh my God, they're winning so hard, they're going to fucking take over the sport. It's not true. What about the trans Olympic weightlifter who came in like 5th place? No, she didn't even came in 5th place. She came in last place. And before she came in last place, everyone was freaking out, saying she's going to fucking destroy, she's going to destroy, she's going to destroy. And then she actually fucking failed, okay? And then they turned around and said, oh, she actually failed specifically because she wanted to make way for other trans people to also, I guess, fail. It's because it's not about like anything. It's not about integrity. It's not about anything at all. Trans women are women. You just don't think that they're natural. And that's why you just don't want them to compete alongside. Gender identity and biological sex are completely different, and the latter should be taken into account in certain circumstances. Stupid thing. Otherwise, why? Why? Do you think that she is faking it? Do you think that she became trans? Do you think that like being trans is not a matter of existence and rather something that you choose to be? That's projection. It's just pure projection. If you think that people are undergoing HRT, if you think that people are literally fucking allowing themselves to get absolutely fucking destroyed, to have their existence debated on a daily basis by even like-minded, supposedly progressive individuals, so that they can win a fucking relay race, and that even then is not a fucking guarantee, you are out of your mind. Trans people are people. Fans really just said Messi has a genetic advantage when he's 5'6" and weighs 130 pounds. No, I'm saying that he overcame his genetic disability. That's true with hormones. He did. That's not anybody is even arguing. You're just on a straw man rant. What do you mean? That is not a straw man argument at all. I'm saying she does have an advantage. I'm just simply stating that it's not unfair. That's it. That's it. It's not a straw man. So then the argument has to be between whether you consider it unfair or not. And if you think it's unfair, then why? Pay to win and now transitions to win is just really fucking transphobic and unacceptable. Do it. Do it. Take HRT. Do it. If you think it's that simple, do it for fucking winning high school competitions or college competitions. All sports is unfair. You sound like a bunch of commies to me that live in the Jordan Petersonian world of communism. You want equality of outcome. You want equality of outcome. Unfair. It's unfair. Trans people have an unfair advantage. Why? I get it. It's an advantage. Having bigger muscles, stronger muscles, especially in the early stages of transition. You know, Sure. Why? Is she different than a woman? Like, I don't get it. Is she not a woman? Trans women aren't women then. That's what you're saying. Cis women are women. That's it. And that is transphobic. If it's proven to be an advantage, should it be allowed? I don't know. I think people grossly overstate the advantages. And it comes from a place of misogyny. When it comes from the idea that, like, you know, fucking men can like dominate in every situation. Like, every untrained man can like dominate every trained professional woman in every sport. And there are examples of similar things. Okay, there are examples of, like, I don't know. There's always like famous examples of like this young high school team like beat you know, a professional women's soccer team or some shit. Like, there's always like a couple stories that you can pull. And that's what it is. The worst take than the not invading take. Women aren't built like women because men are physically superior by DNA. They are women, but they are women with bigger muscles. Okay. I'm not even disagreeing with you. Fine. I think that's okay. All of those advantages also go away in the long run regardless if you're undergoing hormone replacement over an extended period of time. And that's why sometimes you'll see an athlete pop the fuck off, like a trans athlete pop the fuck off one time. Their victories are greatly exaggerated. Their losses are completely overlooked. And then they go along in a sequence of L's that they take throughout their career as they go deeper into their gender confirmation. And no one cares about it anymore. It's just awful. That's literally false for swimming. That's another, yeah, I've heard this as well. Even when it comes to swimming, it doesn't even fucking, the benefits get the benefits, according to some, are marginal and outweighed by the negative consequences. It's not like she broke records. She didn't. There was a cis woman that was like, what, fucking 10 seconds faster? Robert Reich responded to you calling him a short king on TikTok. Shut the fuck up. Are you serious? Send me that right now. That's awesome. We'll take a look at it in a second. She's become a worse swimmer since transitioning. Transitioning has reduced her 500-meter freestyle by 15 seconds. Yeah, the joke there that like a lot of transphobic people engage in is, well, before she transitioned, she was like the 400th place. And now she's in the number one place. Like, okay, so you're saying that what? It's more competitive, heavily dominated. Okay. Better training exists. Got it. Fine. There are a multitude of different. Whoever said Robert Reich is. Oh my God. Thanks, Hasan, for featuring my latest inflation explainer on the stream. If you're curious to learn more, it's called You Are Being Lied to About Inflation. Shut the fuck up, dude. That's hilarious. Whoever said Robert Reich is a short king is absolutely correct. Oh, dude. Correct. What the fuck? What planet are we living on, dude? What is happening? What is happening right now? That's incredible. Incredible, dude. Everyone's hearing about you from their grandkids. That's hilarious. I love that. That's awesome. That's great. She was in 400 after starting HRT at the competing. Before that, she was in the top 10 in the men's division. Oh, I did not know that. God damn, dude. I didn't even know that. Holy shit. I did not know that. I'm sorry. That actually is really good information. Holy fuck. You ever hear Lia Thomas was a 400th ranked swimmer and now is one? That's a line of deception. Lia Thomas started HRT in May 2019. She competed on the guys' team on HRT, hence her low numbers. In 2018, she had top 8 finishes in 500, 1,000, and the 1650-yard freestyle. Here are some more stats. HasanAbi is one of the few libs I don't hate. Yeah. It's so weird though. Like we're just like we have to go back and like look at all this shit. defend this argument that like no one should even be making. That didn't really help the case there, lol. Wait, what do you mean? How does that not, like, no, the argument here is quite literally, that completely destroys the case, you fucking dumbass. You just literally just transphobic, dude. What the fuck? The argument can't both simultaneously be, she was dog shit when she competed with men and now is fucking goated on a stack when she's competing with women. And then also simultaneously like, oh no, she was actually really fucking good before she started taking, HRT, which really reduced which really fucking reduced her performance greatly. She wasn't in fucking 400 ranked swimming, apparently. Before she started taking HRT, she literally was top 8. So she was already fucking out competing the dudes before she started taking HRT. Disagree with my take, transphobic, interesting? First of all, that's not interesting. It's not interesting at all. Yes, if I'm defending trans rights and you're saying something transphobic, it's only interesting to you because you're a fucking idiot. Like, the straw man. The argument wasn't talent disadvantage, it's a biological disadvantage. Dog, there are tremendous fucking biological disadvantages that people overcome on a daily basis. That's why you fucking love athletes that overcome said biological disadvantages. You also celebrate athletes with genetic superiority regularly. Michael Phelps being one of the fucking immediate examples that comes to mind. Incredibly long wingspan, okay? Of course, the winner of an athletic competition is going to have biological advantages over everyone else. The only difference here is that you think it's unfair because she's trans. Okay? That's it. That's what you consider to be unfair. Sunglasses Avatar Twitter conservatives this week. My family and I have supported women's swimming for several years, but no longer. We will be getting rid of our merch and season tickets. Further, we will not be watching it on television. Exactly. Michael worked for his genetics? Yeah, dude. Like, for example, me. I'm 6'4" and the widest motherfucker you've ever seen. That's because I worked hard to fucking, I don't know, increase my wingspan. Michael Phelps worked really hard to make sure he had a longer torso. It's crazy how hard he worked for it. It's got to be a joke, I think. He stretched every day twice. Y'all working on your torso length lately, dude? I love hitting the torso machine. Compare the ranked 400 male times. Well, why are transphobes so fucking stupid? They literally can't read what is on screen. It's highlighted. Like, you're missing what is highlighted on the screen. We're looking at Lia Thomas ranking in top 8 before she started taking HRT. And you just, I mean, I guess you'd be real fucking embarrassed right now if you know how to read, I guess. You'd be so pissed, dude. So let me read it for you. They spend too much time writing hate essays in the chat to learn how to read. It's a great example of how much hatred blinds you, for the record. Kind of crazy how you can't say anything against trans argument. Kind of weird. What? Don't understand it. Why don't all men compete with all the women if genetic differences are the same within a gender at birth across them? No one is saying that, dude. Now you're doing a straw man. I did not say that. Why are you making this up? I'm literally saying, even if there are advantages, okay, and in most circumstances, after undergoing HRT, it's negligible, okay, I still am saying the only reason why you would consider that to be unfair is because they are trans. And therefore, their position as a transhuman is unnatural to you. Okay? Did say that, lol. You are making shit up. I quite literally said, I do not care even if they have an advantage. I do not consider it to be unfair. The only difference here is that you think it's unfair. And the reason why you think it's unfair is because you think someone is undergoing HRT specifically to win competitions. Like someone is literally faking being a woman so they can win an NCAA competition. Both of us agree that there are advantages and disadvantages, okay? In some sports, those are important advantages, and in others, they might even be disadvantages. But it does not matter. Because trans women are women. And I do not consider those advantages to be unfair. You do. There are a million different advantages. No one is if sports was all about like predetermined outcomes, you would fucking hate watching it. You would never watch sports. There are all manner of different advantages that people have, both from their material conditions, their upbringing, their fucking dietary habits, how wealthy their fucking parents are. So many different conditions that factor in to the development of an athlete. Just regular fucking genetic advantages. Imagine that you would now like to transition into a woman. Would you have any advantage in any sport? You're just wrong on this one. Wait, what? No, that's wrong. The advantages they have will stay forever. Wait, what? Why are you arguing on both sides of this argument? Does the conversation change at all when we talk about trans women that choose not to undergo HRT, or how do we look at that situation? I don't know about that. And I think this is a really complicated situation that, of course, like people are trying to figure out how to deal with. One of the negative consequences of how, for example, the Olympics Committee deals with this is by looking at testosterone levels. Okay? And that has historically led to cis intersex women from being banned from the competition unless they literally take hormone blockers, even if they are naturally producing more testosterone. And it's a very strange situation. Mac begs the trans man that excelled in boys wrestling in high school and college. Transphobes freaked out, and he had to compete in girls wrestling. He won the Texas Girls State Wrestling Championship twice. The transphobes got more pissed. What the fuck were they expected? I was with you until you made this argument. What the fuck kind of advantage does LeBron James have over someone like Messi in basketball? Wait, what? Where is this coming from? What? Oh, it's a joke. Okay. I don't even understand. I'm glad we're getting to the facts without the emotional appeal. Dude, if you need like if you need like some kind of reasoned analysis without any emotional appeal, when we're having a conversation that basically revolves around not just trans people competing in the field of sports, but straight up coming at it from a place that is a relitigation that trans people should not exist in society, because this is what this is. Let's be real. It's not about the integrity of fucking like women's competitive swimming in the NCAA. And even if it was, the women that are at the top of the fucking leaderboard, unironically, also are not transphobic and have spoken out against transphobia. You're just fucking talking out of your ass. Which I get. Like, I think there's some short kings like Robert Reich, and then there's some manlets. And what the manlets want, because of their fear of heights and fear of tall people, is to ban all tall people from athletic endeavors. Okay? And that's fine. Like, you are, you're looking at it from an emotional point of view. You just want to make sure that there's a equality of outcome in sports. You want to make sports boring. If trans people had such an advantage, why aren't they already dominating every field and discipline? This shit should have started years ago. Don't get me started. It doesn't even matter. That's what they're fearful of. They're like, you're actually so dumb. Stop trying to be politically correct. I'm literally not trying to be politically correct. I am an extremely politically incorrect person, so much so that people routinely mistake my jokes as like sincere and think I'm like homophobic, transphobic, racist. Calling me someone who is desperate to be politically correct is pretty funny. I'm an LGBT foe, I'm not an ally, dude. I'm a foe, dude. I'm an enemy. You're just a bitch. I am an LGBT foe. You are just a bitch who constantly fucking chirping me about how you care about the integrity of sports. You care about the integrity of high school women athletes and collegiate female athletes and high school athletics and collegiate athletics in general. It's like you don't give a shit about any of that. Okay, you're just a bitch. You're like, oh, we want to make sure we have equality of outcome by stopping like 3 trans people from participating. We want to maintain equality of outcome by making sure that like the 12 total trans people that compete in any kind of athletic endeavor across like every different sector compete against one another in their individual fucking sports. Like, what do you want? And one way to solve this is by literally engaging in hormone blockers. You want trans athletes to not have the genetic competition, the genetic superiority that they gain from, growing up with testosterone development akin to a boy. Then, give them fucking gender blockers early on, or puberty blockers early on. But you don't want that. You don't want that either. You're like, bro, that's unacceptable. Dude, we should just kidnap their parents and jail them. That's child abuse. Shut the fuck up. I said gender blockers. Puberty blockers for kids? Are you insane? It's 100% the right thing to do. What the fuck do you mean? It's reversible. And it's good. It saves lives. What about soy gender bathrooms? Yeah. Soy gender bathrooms. Someone needs to take some things away from conservatives so they have something other than trans athletes to scrutinize. Really such a dumb discussion. Oh, 100%. I do totally blame the Democratic Party for this. I know that, this will be no surprise to many who think I find a way to somehow always yell at Democrats. But if Democrats were genuinely fucking focusing on actual material change and progress, then the reactionary Republicans wouldn't have to come up with new things to get fucking mad about in their never-ending, desperate search for the outrage culture machine that they have to gear up with a new fucking marginalized, vulnerable victim every goddamn week. And they would have to actually come out with the ridiculous, bloodthirsty, parasitic worldview that they have, like, actually, we should melt homeless people into biomatter. Or that, you should be killed in a concentration camp if you don't fucking work. Those are the real positions of the reactionary. But the reactionary doesn't have to fucking take stances against, like, killing poor people, because the reactionary is too busy creating new things that everybody should focus on instead. Give the reactionary something to react to. Progress. But you won't, because you're a bitch as well. The Democratic Party, I mean. For some variety in chat takes, you convinced me about something that I didn't ever think critically about, if at all. Of course you didn't, because you're cis, and I didn't either. And that's why when you don't think about this sort of stuff, you most likely are, of course, going to have what is the normative position, unfortunately, which is transphobic, because gender in our way of understanding it, in our antiquated Western-centric way of understanding it, is super rigid. It's a binary, even though it's not. Okay? No, both historically not, and both culturally it has never been. And yet we have that kind of attitude, and that's precisely why there's even trans people who have internalized transphobia before they realize that they're trans, before they come out. And it impacts everybody. What I simply ask of you, if you're in here, to just chirp and tell me that, like, it's actually, we should just do a separate trans league or some other dumb shit, is to just take a step back, take a breather, okay, and ask yourself, like, why do I feel these things? Why do I feel like gender is so rigid? And maybe I'm wrong. You can change your mind. Many people in this chat have. Because either they don't talk about it or think about it because they don't have to, or they have desperately sought out information that corresponds to their preconceived notions of the world. Because everybody at a certain point reacts to change in a negative way. They're like, oh, I don't want that. That makes me feel weird. That makes me feel scared. I don't want my brain to be broken and my reality to be shattered by some fucking dickhead himbo LARPing as a socialist, even though he has a multi-billion-dollar mansion, telling me that my understanding of gender that my parents told me was wrong. Fallon Fox got beat the shit out of by a UFC journeyman. Gabby Garcia is cis, 260 pounds of pure muscle, and a world BJJ champion. It's so crazy how that goes against the rhetoric. Transphobia is insane. Yeah. Fallon Fox, like, won one fucking fight and broke someone's, orbital bone. And Joe Rogan ran with that for, like, fucking 10 years almost. Was it, like, 2016? She's just been getting her ass beat nonstop, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Okay, let's hear what Charlie Kirk has to say.
No, I know the real name's Michael, but what if Michaela Phelps just showed up and started to smash records? But
But like, yeah, wait, what if? Dog, that's a great example. Yeah, what, you think it was because like Michael Phelps is just a man? Or do you think if Michael Phelps was fucking trans, and I'm pretty sure if Michael Phelps was actually a trans woman and decided to undergo HRT, she would probably still fucking clap, demolish cheeks. He's already demolishing fucking cheeks as a cis man. What do you mean? No, that's exactly the same fucking, yeah, that's no shit. What a fucking idiot. Literally a fucking biological freak of nature.
You know what? Michael Phelps would never do that because Michael Phelps is a winner and not a cheater. Michael Phelps actually can win again.
Wait, that's so weird. Wait, but we just established that, like, Lia Thomas was fucking clapping cheeks too before she started undergoing HRT. So I guess the argument is not that, like, this person was cheating to win. And by the way, for any fucking scumbag in my chat that said that this is a straw man, okay? This is a straw man. That, like, nobody's saying that people are fucking cheating. Nobody's saying that people are fucking cheating. Yeah, no, they are. They 100% are saying that. You know what I mean? They literally are. That's the whole point. The underlying fear is that, like, there's going to be people who are just changing their gender. Like, they're fucking picking an outfit so they could just win. He said it. And plenty of people believe it.
Against the men of men and doesn't need to go compete against women. You ready for me to get into some trouble, Connor? Where's Mr. Connor? We don't like when the strong crush the weak. That's why we don't like Putin. That's why we don't like Lia Thomas.
What the fuck? Wait, first of all, dog, you're literally like an American jingoistic idiot. So you love when the strong crush the weak. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like the entire American foreign policy attitude is like the might is right. The strong must crush the weak. They must be destroyed. That's kind of the whole, that's kind of the whole shtick.
Lia Thomas is doing the exact sort of moral behavior. I am not saying Lia.
I've heard the argument that she only transitioned to win because she couldn't win against men way too many times. Yeah, I mean, she was fucking clapping ass cheeks there too. She was a fucking 8th place. Like, that's pretty good.
Lia Thomas is bombing hospital maternity wards or not. Of course not. It's the same moral principle. I have power, and I'm going to use it.
Bro, I love the underlying assumption that, like, men are powerful. Like, we can destroy women at any given point, right? It's like, bro, you don't even have enough power to fucking, not wear a hat that makes your head look ginormous, or at least not wear a hat that, is slanted in a fucking particular direction that makes you literally look like, got some problems going on. Like you got lobotomized or something. There's like a drool that's about to come out of his mouth as he's describing this.
For my own benefit.
Wow, how's that going on his look right now? Yeah, of course I am, bitch. What do you mean?
If we are not willing to protect those that can't protect themselves, female sports is done. Lia Thomas, whatever. The
female sports is done. There is going to be a wave. This wave has been coming, boys, okay? There's going to be a wave of trans athletes just fucking ripping through the ranks. Just fucking bah, 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 clapping cheeks left and fucking right, dude. It's done. It's over. It's done. This is the other reason why I always say, you don't give a fuck. It's bullshit. Even if that was the case, you literally do not care. The only reason why you care is because, once again, trans women are involved in this, and you just hate trans people. You've never cared about women's sports. You will never care about women's sports. You just don't care about the integrity of anything. You're just using this as yet another opportunity to virtue signal as though you fucking care about this shit. That's also the other reason why I asked, like, if women overall were making more money and more people were watching this, watching the sport, if, super dominant trans women decided to participate, would that be fine? Especially if all the other women were like totally on board with making more money. And they were still like, no, it wouldn't be. Because it's about transphobia. There is nothing else. I asked that to Christian Walker too. Remember in that debate where I did so poorly? So poorly, according to fucking essayist Andes and their dumbass flock that follow them. This gives whiny little fucking losers an opportunity to fucking whine and complain and moralize their pathetic loser stance instead of fucking working harder and doing better. Okay? That's it. You're 17th place and you fucking cry, and then other people will hype you up as though you were a real winner, and they'll save your fifis. They'll say, oh yeah, you would have won if there wasn't that, trans woman that fucking got first place. It's like, bitch, you fucking had 15 other people in front of you. They were cis. You got worked by 15 other motherfuckers. What do you mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Her excess testosterone spear to the people near her. 17 was at the far end. Yeah. Lia Thomas was just fucking giving an AOE boost to everyone around her. That's why they all surprisingly got into the top 10. But those on the opposite end of the pool, they got the 17th place. What's going on? What about second place though? What about second place? Yeah, what about it? She doesn't seem to think that it was bullshit. She's not a transphobe. But you, on her behalf, think that there's some fuckery going on. The second place doesn't care, but you act like you care over her. And for the record, it doesn't matter. Because you think there's some trickery going on there, okay? That's what you think. You think like this person's transition is not legitimate. It's illegitimate. It has to be. Otherwise, you would not consider it to be unfair. You would look at it and go, yeah, there are advantages in certain sports, okay, in certain fields that allow you to not see the top of the hour ad break at the top of every hour and sometimes 33 minutes in. And one of those advantages is a $5 a month subscription. Another one of those advantages is a Twitch Prime subscription. Uh-oh. I'm effing a little bit. I'm leaving. Now, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Okay? Or you can get gifted a sub if you're lucky, but here's the 1-minute ad break now. What's going on? I thought these people hated participation trophies. Now they're simping for 17th place. Yeah, it's so stupid. I was with you on the athlete debate until now. I'm sorry that the ad break changed your mind and you're transphobic now.
Man is going to crush all the NCAA women's records. Let this cut 93. Lia Thomas places first in the NCAA 500-yard freestyle swimming competition. National champion as a biological man. Play cut 93. Keep my mic on. So my mic is on. This is a video of this. Lia Thomas wins by 4 seconds. I mean, enough time to go get a sandwich, take a nap.
Bro, come on. He's literally trying to do ESPN commentary on the NCAA women's fucking, like, swimming competition, dude. Dude, it's so stupid. It is so fucking stupid. It is so dumb. I'm sorry. I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
And get back in time. It's an eternity in swimming. Where are the feminists? They don't speak. Where are the feminists? They don't talk. We talk as conservatives about this.
Where are the feminists? What do you mean? They're like, if they're TERFs, then they shouldn't anyway. And there are plenty of feminists that do talk and defend it. What the fuck? Yeah. Trans women are women. The fuck?
Because we don't like when people use strength to crush people that are weaker. And that's exactly what Lia Thomas.
This is so stupid. It's like 95% of sport is what he's describing. Okay? No, we love it when people with strength crush those who are weaker. It's called working harder, dumbass. There is a weird part about this, like, otherizing of trans women that's got to be, like, in a weird way cool, where I think conservatives unironically think that, like, the average fucking, trans woman could just, like, murk professional athletes. You know what I mean? Like, have you not seen a single trans woman? Like, what the fuck? It's just like they think, like, you have superpowers. They're like, you're a super soldier when you're a trans woman, magically. Also, isn't he just straight being misogynistic? I mean, he is.
Thomas is doing.
So you think it has zero advantage? Dude, I think you have zero brain cells. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying it has zero advantage. I'm just saying that advantage is, one, in most circumstances, not even negligible, okay? Or it's just, not important. But even if it was like a fucking serious advantage, I still don't consider it to be unfair. There's a difference between an unfair advantage, okay, and just simply an advantage. You're actually just wrong on this one. Explain to me why I'm wrong without saying that it's because, trans women just should not fucking, should not compete with cis women. Like, I'm conceding that there might be advantages. And even then, it doesn't matter because, again, it's not unfair. Trans women are women. The only reason why you're singling them out is because you think they should not participate with other women. Olympic swimmer who's been in expensive professional training their whole life and a swimmer who learned in an abandoned hotel pool shouldn't compete in the same league. Bro, I don't understand why people are like this. So biological men aren't massively advantaged at all? That's wild, law. Why are women constantly terrified of the bigger, stronger men at night then? If that advantage is negligible, then you're saying they're very dumb to be scared of? Dog, Ben Shapiro should be scared of me. You, as a chatter, should be scared of me, okay? I don't know if you know this, but like, you know, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You should be very scared of me, I guess, then, by that fucking logic. I will eat you for breakfast, okay? Knowing anything about biology says you're wrong. Stop making the lazy, your transphobic argument. Literally is not hearing anything I'm saying. Even if there are advantages, I do not consider it to be unfair because I believe that trans women are women, okay? They are. Also, I don't know if you know this, but there, like, a lot of fucking trans women weren't fucking 6'4" before, okay? Like, because men, and this might come as a surprise to you, and you probably should realize this because you are most likely one of these men, come in all shapes and sizes. You are looking at someone who was already a competitive athlete before transition, being a competitive athlete post-transition, okay, or during transition. It's your opinion that it does not matter. It's completely unfair, but that's my opinion. I just think you're wrong for calling people who think that transphobic. No, it is. It comes from transphobia. Biological advantage is fair, huh? Wait, what? Yeah, of course biological advantage is fair, you fucking idiot. What do you mean? What? Bro, you literally, people are unironically doing the fucking we should ban people over 6 foot on the in the NBA argument now. And there's probably a woman who can fuck you up 100%, 1,000,000%. There are cis women who can beat the fucking shit out of me, okay? It's so stupid. Like, super well-trained cis women can fuck me up, dude. I'm not trained at all. The average woman is stronger than 2.5% of men, and the average man is stronger than 97.5% of women. Negligible difference is an absolute delusion. First of all, I don't even know if this fact is, if this statistic is true or if you made it up or not. But again, we're not even looking at the entire population. We're looking at a hyper-specific subset of the population of well-trained individuals, okay? I'm almost certain that you're just making that up. But let's say it's true. It still doesn't matter. Because that person that we are speaking of is undergoing gender confirmation, okay? And they were apparently a decent athlete beforehand as well, before they started taking hormone therapy. That take was a turning point for me. Biological advantage isn't fair, to be honest, but that can apply to a lot of things. Yeah, biological advantage is like literally a multitude of different things. Straight up. You just don't think that it is like natural, okay? You just don't think trans women are natural. You think they're weird and strange. And that's where this anger comes from. Which, you know, just admit it to yourself, and that's fine. But don't fucking cry about being, transphobic, or me calling you transphobic. It's just because you just think trans women are not natural. They are not natural. And that's precisely why you think like there's trickery going on there with their gender confirmation. Now let's take a look at Charlie Kirk in a new Relief Factor commercial.
Charlie Kirk here for 100% drug-free Relief Factor. And 18 months ago, I could no more play basketball than run a marathon. I'm serious. In fact,
We believe you.
so happy about it, I feel like I'm now on a mission to help as many people as possible to get out and stay out of pain. Like this person.
I've been running almost my whole life.
Yo, my man, dude. What about the relief that he got from that fucking... Woo, look at those mustaches, bro. He's got straight highlights in the edge of that shit. Oh, I love this. Oh,
For
Lord.
my 40th, I worked myself up to the LA Marathon, and my knees started hurting, but by 50, the pain in my knees and hips was almost unbearable. I heard about Relief Factor on the radio, started taking it, and within a week or two, I was pain-free. I'm still running today.
If you think biological advantage doesn't matter, then shouldn't we have a division in sports at all? Everyone competes against everyone. What do you like in general that everyone should compete against everybody? First of all, I don't care about that either. So let's not even get into that. But I mean, there are weight classes and shit for a reason, to make it as close to fairness as possible. And also, we already do have that in the NBA. So we already have that. Like we have something that already does that. You know what I mean? I 100% agree with you, but I think it's more effective to convince these dumbasses by first focusing on teaching why transgender people are valid and natural than tackling a niche topic like sports. I mean, we've done that a million times over, and the subject matter is always about sports, so. No?
Today,
Lol, tell me you don't play sports without telling me you don't play sports. I will literally hang my nutsack off of your eyebrows, okay? Dumb bitch. So, Hasan, you a girl, bro? Yeah, I'm a woman.
59. Thank you.
This is what conservatives think. Yeah.
So whether you have back,
Oh, yeah, I love this meme. We'll look at this in a second.
neck, shoulder,
I'm still running today. I'm 59. Thank you, Relief Factor.
so whether you have back, neck, shoulder, hip, or knee pain, Relief Factor could very likely help you too. Order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Live your life.
You're transphobic if you deny that I can dunk in this argument for the sake of winning this argument. That's right. You hear me? Chatters? Yeah, how do you like them apples? How do you like being transphobic?
With neck, shoulder, hip, or knee pain, Relief Factor could very likely help you too. Order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Live your life.
Weight classes are to protect fighters from fighters stronger than them, you fucking idiot. Wait, I already said that. I already said we do divide them by weight classes. I love when they do a cut
Start for just $19.95.
of him shooting and then a cut to swish. You know he did not make that shot. You know what I'm saying?
With Relief Factor at relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. Charlie Kirk.
Anyway, would dividing sports into categories based on social levels be a decent solution? I don't know. I don't think it's been that good so far. Not the product that saved my back. I never did that. The Becky, actual trans woman, can run a mile, probably never quite tried. Went through multiple psych sessions to get approved for hormones and surgeries. Made some cute stickers the other day. Thinking about making rent and feeding the cats. Low-key sad that the code she wrote isn't compiling. Still trying to figure out debt from uninsured surgeries. Still riding off the high of being correctly gendered earlier that morning. Wearing trans socks under her jeans and wondering if anyone will notice. The Stacey Turf imagined trans woman. Every single female CEO on Forbes list, which is just her face repeated 10 times. Shatters 6 sports records every day. Casually annihilated the very concept of family from this plane of reality this morning because she felt like it. Transitioned 3 seconds with absolutely no institutional barriers. Made $1 million with a single R18 video that caused the entire nation to descend into moral panic over cishet men turning gay for her. Responsible for 116% of the crime rate in the mainland United States. Olympic gold in every woman's sport. Able to make mind-controlling commands to any cis woman in a 2-mile radius by simply speaking a bit louder. Destroys the very definition of gender and gender binary with every step she takes. Single-handedly responsible for the decline in global socioeconomic power of Western civilization. It's great. That is literally how fucking idiots think trans people are. It's crazy. Wow, this channel is so worthless, dude. I hate it. There are people who are 7 feet tall in basketball and Michael Phelps swimming the double jointed arms and webbed hands. Yet it's the trans women who have biological advantage. Yeah, I mean that's it. If you implemented a weight class instead of gender leagues for every sport, trans women would be competing with cis men more often than cis women. That's the point of the controversy. That's literally false. You are so wrong. You are fucking mind-numbingly wrong. You're wrong. That is just wrong. You can't simultaneously claim that Lia Thomas sucks and then fucking say that. You just made that up. So what? The point of the controversy is just something you made up. Okay, got it. Fuck it, dude. Never mind. Fuck, if only I had a source. If only I had read just a made-up thing that you just came up with in your mind. If HasanAbi came out as trans tomorrow, he still will not be able to make the WNBA. Let that sink in. Okay, one can fucking dream. How about you don't ruin my fucking, dreams while also simultaneously making an argument about, trans people and defending their rights. Okay, like, someone might not, someone might hear that and be hurt by it. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, you never think about that, though. You only think about yourself. It's true. It's literally true. I mean, but fuck you. Fuck yourself, okay? How about that? How about that? Literally, would you be a dominating swimmer if you were a trans woman? If a chatter thinks you would be, then they're dumb as fuck. Yes, because yes, you are right. Chatters are dumb as fuck. I wouldn't say he's to be transphobic. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was on the fence on this argument when Rogan brought it up years ago. I think the media should leave Lia alone if they're not going to celebrate her. Conservatives watched Joanna Man in 2002 and thought this is a critical societal problem that must be addressed. I mean, 2002 is like pretty forward thinking for the attitudes that conservatives normally harbor. So fuck it, YOLO. Now let's hear from another critical thinker, okay? Just an absolute beefcake brained, incredible person. Boozy. Because I constantly find myself like, what does Boozy think about this? Whenever there's like something related to the LGBT community.
It's fair. I personally don't think that.
Also, trigger warning, Boozy. So he's gonna say some dumb shit like transphobic, homophobic, all the likes. OMG, you sound so white, please.
It's fair for a trans.
Fair. I mean, yeah, it's for the record. If you think I'm an LGBT foe, then now this is an LGBT. I love the idea that Lia Thomas never trained. Just straight up was like, I'm walking out tomorrow and now I'm just like gonna fucking dominate. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular person and then just one day decided, I'm just gonna fucking dominate the field of NCAA female athletes. Hold up, BRB. The actual final boss of transphobia. Wait, did he say trans women will get paid millions of dollars?
Yeah.
A woman pussy bleed. Like, bro.
What?
Oh!
I'm on a team that swims against Lia Thomas. The media was extremely creepy, reaching out to all my friends and even my team's family. Our team supports her as well. Dude, that's so fucking crazy. By the way, shouts out to all the fucking female athletes that are in this field that have to maintain composure in the face of like all these fucking transphobic sick freaks that want to immediately use you and abuse you. for brownie points against, again, just a straight up marginalized person, okay? Just a straight up marginalized identity, just to fucking make a talking point and a mockery. It's crazy.
The stuff, bro.
Yeah.
A woman pussy bleed.
What is it? I want that pussy bleed. What the fuck does that mean? This is not a surprising take for any rapper over the age of 30.
Like, bro. You know what women go through, man? Sit your ass down, man. Get the fuck out the pool, man.
So is Vlad a defender of trans rights, or what's going on? That part is kind of weird. A woman's pussy bleeds is what he said. Yeah, I know, but like, very strange take, because, you know, you just like don't fall out of womanhood when you have a menopause. Like, you're still a girl before puberty. You can have a condition still, you know, stops you from having period. You could fucking, you're still a woman if you're on birth control. Oh, never mind. Vlad is not a trans ally. Folks, I'm afraid to report that Vlad TV, DJ Vlad, is not a trans ally. I know some of you are shocked by this. Some of you are probably distraught. You know, you can reach out to me. We will console one another. I know a lot of you love Vlad and are now absolutely destroyed by this.
WNBA.
Come on, bro.
What
Yeah, by the way, Boozy talking about shoulders is pretty funny because, like, all of those girls would just murk him, okay? Straight up. Oh, that's pretty funny. Just
what
incredible stuff. Brilliant.
A woman pussy bleed. A woman pussy bleed.
Jesus Christ.
I personally don't.
You're just purely stupid acting clown for more viewer. Yeah, famously advocating for trans rights is like a fast track, one-way ticket to success, dude. Everybody knows. I mean, the more you advocate for trans rights, the more successful you become. It's crazy. Everyone. Yeah. I'm always defending, you know, a hyper marginalized community of people that are like super vulnerable, that make up a tiny fraction of society, and yet, you know, 90% of the conversation is dunking on them. I'm always doing that for that fucking incredible clout, dude. I'm so fucking clouded up, dude. It's crazy. Dude, it's such a weird world to live in the mind of like a fucking transphobic person, because they literally just live on a different planet. Like, they unironically think like there's just this wave of people who are like, I'm willing to go out the bat, baby. Like, we're fucking, oh yeah. Like, they see just a fraction of transparent pandering from fucking Target or some shit and their minds break. They're like, oh, here it is again, big trans. I wonder why he's angry. Oh, God. The one secret media execs don't want you to talk about. Trans inclusionary rhetoric. Once again, dude. Big trans, dude, in the pocket. Is this stream satirical? I hope you win the next streamer award for your courage, lol. Dude, the only awards I've been getting are from your mom for best sex. And that's all I need. Also, you're grounded. Yeah, that's right. I've been sexing your mom, and she gave me an award for best sexer.
As the first place winner, I think this is a major issue for so many athletes, so many.
What's worse, that or my fucking top of the hour transitions that come at the top of every hour? Where I tell you there's a 60-second ad break, and if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. That you can do it for $5 or you can do it for free with a Twitch Prime. Seriously, I'm asking, what's worse? That's right. An ad break is upon us, folks. Straight up. Straight up. Yeah, you can also avoid those ads if you try for $5 or for free, or if you get gifted a sub. I had to run them.
Parents out there who are raising athletes, because the rules of the game are changing, and we're figuring out what they should be. Should transgender athletes have an asterisk next to their name?
What?
If they win, right? Because
Wait, what? That's made up. No one has ever suggested that. It said asterisk.
Lia was like number 467 when she competed as a male. Now she's number 1 as a female. I mean, it's a tough issue, and I think it's going to be.
That's why the turf position is so funny. It's like, you can't, like, turfs are like anarcho-capitalists. It's like inherently contradictory to both be a feminist and also simultaneously be trans exclusionary, because it literally revolves around misogyny. Like, you're constantly, as, you know, J.K. Rowling does, routinely just talking about how fucking sick dudes are. You know what I mean? You're like, fucking dudes, they're so strong. They're so fucking hot, dude. Dudes rock 2022. Dudes rock 2021. Dudes rock 2020. It's always the dudes rock year. Okay? Dudes are fucking party rocking, and women suck. Boys rule, girls fucking drool. And then you turn around and you're like, I'm a feminist. It's just so weird to just constantly. Like, it's like that fucking, what was it? It was like a trans woman that. There was that trans woman that won Jeopardy like 1,000,000 times. And TERFs were pissed. It's like, why are you saying men are smarter? In your mind, you think like this trans woman's a man, and you're literally saying men are smarter than women. Oh, it's so stupid, dude. I mean, fucking Jesus, it's.
Hey, the video is over now. But if you enjoyed that, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? And if you want to see more of that, just go, well, YouTube's got it around here somewhere.